Now, for the first time, we're talking to the new director of the I-81 project in Syracuse. Betsy Parmley is now in charge of one of the largest projects the state DOT has ever taken on. The project, which she says is ready for shovels in the ground sometime this spring, has a more than $2 billion price tag. And as you may know, a judge just last month ruled that he wants to see more consideration of Micron's chip plant planned for clay. That was the justification for putting the teardown of the elevated stretch of highway in downtown Syracuse on hold for now. The I-Team's Mary Keeler is in the studio with new details right now. Mary.
Yeah, well, Betsy Parmley started at the DOT in 2005. I talked with her earlier today about why she's right for this job and what she says about the pending legal case affecting the timeline of the project. Betsy Parmley says she and her family are members of this community. Tell me a little bit about you and your kind of history leading up to this point.
I moved to Syracuse in about 2004, and that's when I started working at the Department of Transportation. And I started working in our structures group, very technical young engineer.
For the past 2 years, she's been working closely on the I-81 project, including the environmental impact study that pointed to the community grid.
I worked on many of the chapters in the EIS. I reviewed many of the 8,000 comments that we received from the public and helped with some of the responses to those.
Now she's at the helm. That news coming as the Renew 81 for All group, made up of former Syracuse Police Chief Frank Fowler, Onondaga County Legislator Charles Garland, and some towns and villages brought the DOT to court. Judge Gerard Neary deciding the viaduct can't be touched for now, requesting more review of Micron's potential impact, but other construction work can continue. And the judge had said in part of his decision that he wanted to see the big project that still is not here in Micron to be heavily considered in a supplemental new statement, new research. Right. Do you think that that is even possible, that you can do research on a project that has no impact physically yet on Central New York?
You know, I really can't comment on the ongoing litigation. I'm sorry.
Did you take that as more of a suggestion than we can't
well,
research the project?
As we noted in a press release, I think a week or so ago, we have filed an appeal.
Parmley is confident that this legal action won't hurt the overall timeline of the project and plans to see it through until it's done. You can see that day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really do have a vision of what Syracuse will look like when the viaduct comes down, and it's so exciting. It's just, I can't wait for the community to see it.
Betsy Parmley says there's no date exactly for the start to 481 work this spring, but she says she's honored to do this job, hoping to inspire any women out there to go for a career in science or engineering.